What's up? What's up? What's up? It's Cayman Wolf, the Decrepit Gamer, reminding you that you're never too old to game. Guys, yesterday, Metal Cat dropped the Sands of Glory update for GrimLord, otherwise known as the Arena update. And wow, it's very exciting, guys. So I really wanted to bring you this video as quickly as possible. But before I did, I wanted to put together some footage of the actual update in action. So I've got that video out there on my channel. I'll link it right up here above, and I will also link it at the end of the video. But the update is a really good one. I've gotten an opportunity to play around with it a little bit. I'm very excited about it. And so I want to, in this video, I just want to read the patch notes to you, go through what the changes are, and read Metal Cat's update to the community. And so let's just jump right into that. So I don't have a website to link you to. The update is out here on Metal Cat's Discord server. If you haven't joined Metal Cat's Discord server, the link to this Discord server is in the description of this video. You ought to go out there and join. They've got a lot of really good information out there. It's a really great community. They're very responsive to the community, and there's just a lot of really good people on there. So I highly recommend that you do that. But in this particular case, you don't have to do that to get this update, because Cayman Wolf, the Decrepit Gamer, is bringing it to you right now. So here we've got the message to the community, and I'm going to read this to you. But if you're not interested in hearing this, you just want to get right to the updates, then there's timestamps in the description. You can just skip on ahead to anything that you want to see. So they say here, lords and ladies of the monastery, it's so hard to believe that nearly 6 months have passed since GrimLord's launch. Through your endless support and our studio's tireless effort, we're thrilled to announce that we've reached a major milestone on our development roadmap. The Arena mode and Arena questline free expansion is now officially live. The brand new expansion introduces a series of arena-based challenges carefully woven into each chapter's theme. We've added new enemies, thrilling boss fights, and rewards that expand the weapon upgrade system, making your arsenal deadlier than ever. Alongside that, you'll find brand new weapon components and armor sets to discover. The Arena questline is designed for all kinds of players. For newcomers, it's a powerful tool to grow stronger. For New Game Plus veterans, it offers a fresh game mode and more than 30 new challenges. And if you enjoy testing your builds or recording exciting battles to share, the Arena is now your perfect proving ground to create your own enemy combinations and dive into the killing spree. Now I can tell you, as far as recording exciting battles to share, I have all, this is a Cayman Wolf, the Decrepit Gamer side note here. I have always really enjoyed the combat in this game. It's great swordplay. I mean, it really is. Personally, my favorite sandbox melee sword fighting combat game ever is probably Swordsman. This is probably a close second, but the difference here is Swordsman that's all it does. It's just a melee combat sword fighting simulator, and that's really all it does. It's just a sandbox, whereas GrimLord is a entire Souls-like, very involved, deep and involved campaign with a complex story and all sorts of RPG elements and some extraordinary melee combat mixed in there with that. And I have always found that games tend to do, either one or the other exceptionally well, whereas GrimLord just really kind of nails both. I mean, it's a great melee combat simulator and a great role-playing game, all wrapped up into one in VR. Continuing on, back during early access, many of you told us you wanted sandbox-style features, and that's what inspired us to develop the Arena mode in the first place. We made a promise officially to bring this to life. While GrimLord wasn't initially designed with a sandbox arena at its core, we quickly realized how much it could enrich the game's longevity and enjoyment. At first, we thought this would be a quick addition, maybe a few weeks of work. But reality proved otherwise. As a software developer myself, I know that story very well. Integrating the Arena with the questline added complexity we didn't foresee, and it took more time and effort than expected. Since launch, we've redesigned the system from the ground up and expanded it from 1 Arena map to 3. Most importantly, all of the new content is 100% free, no extra payment required. We want to offer more bangs for your buck to anyone who purchased GrimLord. We've also listened closely to the community feedback and continued improving earlier content. As a small team releasing our first game, we've faced many challenges. VR is still a gaming medium in its youth, and developing GrimLord has, at times, pushed us beyond our limits, but we've met those challenges with passion and dedication. In this update, we've rebuilt the weapon physics system. Slash and pierce mechanics have been completely rewritten, offering more depth and realism. Spiked polearms can now stab from multiple directions. Spikes on shields are no longer just decorative, and with enough force, your weapon may even embed in an enemy's body. We wanted combat to feel more tactile, authentic, and uniquely fun. These improvements will also benefit the upcoming mod support, which is just around the corner. Stay tuned to our community channels for updates. Lastly, we want to address the broader state of VR. Over the past few months, skepticism about the VR industry has been growing. Indeed, not every game is performing well, but we remain deeply confident in the future of VR gaming. We're committed to continuously growing GrimLord and delivering new content. Your support fuels our progress. This is a journey for the ages, and we're in it for the long haul. To our incredible community, thank you, especially to those who joined our tests and shared your feedback. Your support and dedication helped shape GrimLord into what it is today. We want to say a very special thank you to, and then here's a list of names of people who have supported the testing. These are not actual names. These are the handles that these folks use on Quest or Steam or Discord or wherever. And I'm not even going to attempt to read these because I'll just stumble over most of them. You know how those names are. But if you want to read them, just pause the video right here and read through them. These are the folks that help them with their testing. On a personal note, I'll say I talk about the broader state of VR a good bit on my channel. I have to admit I'm a little concerned that such a fantastic gaming medium doesn't really get the attention that it deserves. My channel is probably growing much more slowly than it would if I focused on the very popular flat screen games, and that's what I put my attention into because that's what gets the most viewership. Unfortunately, it's not VR. And I talk about this a good bit on my channel, but I think that's because unlike flat screen games, you can't just put a marketing video out there so that people can see it and really appreciate what the game is like. With a flat screen game, you can watch a gameplay video and say, oh, okay, I see what that gameplay is like, and I can have a pretty good idea of what it's like to experience that game. That is not the case with VR. You just can't say, I say this during my VR videos. I'm like, guys, you're watching this on the flat screen, I know, but you can't imagine what it's like to be here, to be in this game. And my viewers, most of which are VR players, know exactly what I'm talking about. But to the ones who don't, I try to express that. And the only thing I can say is for us VR gamers to get the word out there, to spread this the word about this medium and how fantastic it is for gaming, is if you have a friend who is a gamer who's never tried VR, or even who's not a gamer, but just somebody that who has never tried VR and might be interested in it, put your freaking headset on their face, man. They've got to experience it. They've got to see what it's like to really get it. Okay, so let's move on to the changes here that are in this update. List of changes for the Sands of Glory update. New maps. Added 4 new levels, including 3 arenas and the arena hub. New NPC. A quartermaster is now available early in the game, found at the arena hub and accessible anytime. Arena Questline, a dedicated arena questline featuring 18 unique challenges. Custom Battle Mode, create your own battles in the arena for personalized combat scenarios. Training Questline, visit the Faithless to learn advanced melee techniques in a new storyline. Weapon Upgrade System, use materials earned through arena challenges to upgrade and enhance weapons. New enemy types: bandits, gladiators, goblin priests, goblin berserkers, and wolves. Arena boss battles. Each arena level now features its own boss fight. New armor set. The gladiator armor is now available. You can now kick and headbutt by pressing the right analog stick in R3. Oh man. Man, I tell you, I get so frustrated at those bastards kicking me all the time. It's really, really annoying. And so at least now I can kick back. Opening cinematic replaced all AI generated elements. The intro cutscene is now fully handcrafted. Weapon physics overhaul. Weapons can now pierce from multiple angles. Heavy slashes may embed into enemy bodies. Now, I have to say, based on my experience in my live stream yesterday, after this update went live, I did a live stream in which I captured a lot of the arena footage that's in the arena video that I made by editing that down. But in the live stream that I created yesterday, I have to say, it seemed to me like my weapons were coming out of my hand a lot more than they had in the past. And it may be placebo, I don't know, but it seemed that way to me, which was a little frustrating. And I have to wonder if it's because of that, if because it was a slashing weapon that I was using, and I have to wonder if I was embedding that weapon in the enemy's body and then it was being jerked out of my hand. Maybe, I don't know. I'm interested to see if you guys' experience is like that as well. Let me know in the comments. Environmental detail. Added more vegetation and visual variety to make environments feel more dynamic. Talent reset button. Now includes a hold to reset progress bar to prevent accidental resets. That hasn't happened to me, but I can only imagine that that's a very good thing, because that would be extremely freaking frustrating, especially like if you were in New Game Plus. I can imagine that that would be extremely frustrating to have all of those things just disappear because you accidentally clicked on that. So that's a great change. I'm glad that they put that in there before that happened to me. Lighting improvements. Enhanced lighting setups in several key areas. Balance adjustments. Boss defense. Reduced defense for some bosses when hit in weak spots and during specific vulnerable states. Good. This is good. It's not this game specifically. It's this entire genre of games. And so GrimLord is just par for the course. But I've always found the boss fights in these games to be a little frustrating, just because the bosses, to make them tough, what they tend to do is just make them damage sponges, which can be tiring and frustrating. So I'm really glad. It sounds like what they've done is they've upped the skill factor a little bit, to where if you play skillfully enough to hit the enemies in those weak spots more often, then you're more heavily rewarded for that. I'll give you a good example. The stone golem that's got the big blue crystal on his back that I shoot with the bow. That was one of my favorite boss fights in this game, because it felt to me to be really much more skill based. If you can accurately fire your arrows and hit that golem in that spot, you can bring him down much quicker, and it feels a lot more rewarding than the boss fights where I just feel like I have to just constantly try to stay behind them and, you know, use double axes and do a Neil Peart on their ass. Weapon balancing. I'm not going to try to read all of these numbers on these weapon balancing notes here. I'll leave it up on the screen for a second. You can pause if you want to look at the specific numbers. Just suffice it to say, Maiden Blood Blade had looks like a pretty significant nerf in piercing, slashing, and stability. Monarch had a little bit of a buff in slashing. Royal Sword had a little bit of a nerf in slashing. Broadsword had a pretty significant nerf in piercing. Faithkeeper, the Faithkeeper sword handle passive changed from Deeper Cuts, which was plus 12% slashing damage two-handed, to Enforce, which is plus 12% physical skill damage. And then the Nomadic Warrior armor got a little bit of a movement speed buff from 540 down to 500. These are two meta exclusive changes here. Blood now displays properly during combat, and hit detection. Increased collision thickness on certain weapons to reduce clipping caused by frame rate inconsistencies. Steam exclusive. DX12 texture fix. Resolved a bug where some textures appeared blurry under DirectX 12. Thank you all very much for the continued support, and we hope everyone enjoys the update. And lastly, this just dropped this morning. Sands of Glory Update Celebration, limited time discount. To celebrate the launch of our latest update, Sands of Glory, we're kicking off a limited time 23% off discount on GrimLord across both Steam and Meta. Steam discount is May 16th at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time through May 26th at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's running for 10 days, starting today, May 16th. The meta discount runs May 16th, 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which I assume is midnight last night, May 16th, to May 21st at, I'm going to have to assume that that also means midnight. I'm not really sure. That I don't think that time is written correctly. Usually 00 written like that means it's military time. They wouldn't put an AM or PM after it, but it says 00 PM. So I'm going to guess, I'm going to assume that that's midnight. I could be wrong. But anyway, it's May 21st. So 16th to the 21st. So that one looks like it's running 5 days, whereas the Steam discount is running for 10 days. Whether you're a returning warrior or diving into GrimLord for the first time, now is the perfect moment to jump in and explore what the new update has to offer. Yeah, so it's really an awesome update, guys. I had a blast with it yesterday. Like I said, my gameplay video is linked up here in the corner. It's linked in the description down below, and it'll be linked at the end of this video. So there's a plethora of ways for you to get to it. I encourage you to go out there and check it out and watch it. I had a lot of fun making it, and I feel like the combat looks really good and kind of shows how much fun you can have with it. And it's a great update. Congratulations to Metal Cat on what I feel like was a successful patch. I'm really looking forward to seeing what else Metal Cat has in store for this game. It's one of my favorite games. I've been streaming this game every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, whatever time that is for you, in a series called Grim Adventures, where I'm playing through the entire campaign sight unseen. I'm not playing the game off stream at all. All of my gameplay on GrimLord is all on stream, and it's all sight unseen. So if you want to get caught up on Grim Adventures, it's all out there in a playlist on my channel, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I encourage you to come check me out live on the Decrepit Gamer channel as I play through GrimLord on the Grim Adventures series. And also I stream on Saturdays at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Different games, usually VR. But GrimLord is on my Thursday night stream. So come check it out live. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for checking out my content, and I look forward to seeing you in the future. This is Cayman Wolf, the Decrepit Gamer, reminding you that you're never too old to game. And my friends, I am out of here.